Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're looking into Travel Prompt's empire. Way to maybe shake up how you think about travel.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a pretty interesting time for this topic, too,
Huh.
because the travel industry's been booming like crazy since the pandemic. By late 2024, it was valued at, get this, $1.5 billion.
Wow.
People are itching to get out there again.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The sources we've got, though, they point out, well, it might be a problem or an opportunity. I guess it depends how you look at it. There's this huge demand for travel guides.
Yeah.
Especially for, the less traveled spots. But creating those guides from scratch,
Yeah.
it's so time consuming.
Yeah. That's a huge pain point for people.
All right.
That's where Travel Prompt's empire steps in. It's basically like a collection of 549 ChatGPT prompts.
Wow.
Designed to help you quickly create these comprehensive travel guides. No more staring at a blank page.
Okay, 549 prompts.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. There are a lot of prompts in there.
So what do they actually cover? What kinds of things?
So they cover pretty much everything you'd need in a detailed travel guide. Like, you've got your destination highlights, must-do activities, restaurant recommendations,
Oh, nice.
accommodation suggestions, the whole 9 yards.
Cool.
Let's say, for example, you're making a guide for, winter wonderland destinations in the USA.
Okay.
You grab that prompt, and it'll lay out, a nice structure for you.
So it's not just like a list of places. It's more of a framework.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think of it almost like a recipe for a good meal.
Okay.
You still add your own flavor, your own creativity, but you've got a solid base to work with.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
One of the sources claim you can put together an entire guide in about 20 minutes using these prompts.
Yeah.
Is that realistic?
Well, 20 minutes might be pushing it a bit,
Yeah.
but it definitely speeds things up.
Oh.
Having that pre-structured outline, it really eliminates, all that time brainstorming and researching every little detail.
That could be a game changer for some people
For sure.
who, always wanted to write these guides but just
Mhm.
felt overwhelmed.
Exactly. It lets you focus on, what's really important, crafting engaging content and sharing your own perspective.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And another thing I thought was interesting was it mentioned image prompts.
Oh, yeah.
How do those work?
So each Travel Prompt's empire prompt, it actually includes a suggestion for generating images using those AI tools, like Midjourney and DALL-E.
Okay.
So let's say you're writing about, charming Parisian cafes. The image prompt might be something like a cozy cafe in Paris with the Eiffel Tower in the background.
Cute.
Then you plug that into an AI art generator.
And it just makes it.
And
Yeah.
bam, you've got a unique image to go with your guide.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So even if I'm not like a graphic designer,
Exactly.
you don't have to be.
I can still make stuff that looks good.
Exactly. These tools are super user-friendly, even if you're not tech-savvy.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's like having a virtual artist just right there. That's cool. Speaking of making these guides look good, let's talk about selling them.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's a big part of the appeal of Travel Prompt's empire.
Yeah, absolutely. There are tons of ways you can monetize these guides.
Like what?
Well, you can sell ebooks on Amazon.
Okay.
You could create bundles and sell them as PLR packs.
What's that?
PLR stands for private label rights. Basically, it's pre-written content that other people can use or resell.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, or you could even launch, a travel blog or a YouTube channel to showcase your work.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
The sources mentioned some pretty impressive earnings. One guide about a famous theme park in Orlando was making over $32,000 a month.
Wow.
What do you think contributes to that kind of success?
Well, I think it's got to be a few things. Choosing a niche that people are actually interested in creating high-quality guides and then having a good marketing strategy.
Right.
Like using Amazon or social media.
Yeah. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme.
No,
But
definitely not.
with some effort,
Yeah,
you can make a decent income.
for sure.
And we've included a link in the description if you guys want to check out Travel Prompt's empire for yourselves.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
It seems like a really good option for anyone who loves travel and likes to write.
Yeah, it's a great way to share your love of travel and, potentially build a business while you're at it.
So we've talked about the prompts, the image generation, the earning potential. What about what kinds of guides you can actually create? Are we just talking about typical tourist destinations?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay.
Travel Prompt's empire has a huge range of categories.
Okay.
They have everything from summer beach escapes, family-friendly vacations, to more, niche stuff like budget travel guides, luxury travel experiences, road trip itineraries, even off the beaten path locations.
So there's something for everyone.
Yeah, it's all about finding what you're into, creating content that, speaks to you and your expertise.
Mm-hmm.
And with 60 different travel categories to pick from, you'll definitely find something up your alley.
Okay, now I'm really curious.
Yeah.
I'm imagining all kinds of unique travel guides that can be created with this.
Me too. It's exciting.
Speaking of possibilities, I'm wondering about the creative side of things. How much freedom do you actually have to personalize these guides and make them your own?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah, like how much is just taking info from the prompts and how much is, adding your own style and personality?
Mm-hmm.
That's a great question. The prompts are really just a starting point. You know, they give you the structure, but you bring it to life.
Yeah, I think that's where the magic happens, The prompts might say, okay, talk about the local cuisine,
Right.
but it's your experiences and anecdotes that really make it pop.
It's like the distance between reading a textbook and talking to someone who's actually been there.
Exactly. Anyone can just list off facts and figures,
Right.
but it's that personal touch that really connects with people.
Yeah. So let's say I'm writing about the best street food in Bangkok.
Okay.
The prompt might give me a list of dishes and where to find them.
Sure.
But what makes my guide unique?
It's those little details,
Yeah.
like sharing a funny story about trying durian for the first time,
Oh, yeah.
or giving insider tips on how to navigate those crazy night markets.
Or maybe some advice on how to avoid getting lost in translation.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
about weaving in your own perspective and voice. That's what takes it from generic to something special.
And I bet that's super important when you're selling these guides.
Oh, for sure.
People want something authentic,
Absolutely.
something that feels like a real recommendation.
Yeah, the prompts help create the framework, but it's your personality and your expertise that's going to sell it.
It's that human touch
Yeah,
that makes it more than just an AI product.
exactly.
Which brings us back to that whole idea of AI as a tool, not a replacement.
Right.
It can help us be more efficient, but we still need that human creativity and connection.
Couldn't agree more. And speaking of AI tools, let's circle back to those image prompts for a sec.
Okay?
They're such a cool addition.
Yeah, they really are. And they make so much sense when you think about it. Visuals are huge, especially in the travel world.
Oh, totally. People are drawn to beautiful images.
Right.
It's what gets them excited about travel,
Yeah.
makes them dream of those far-off places.
So let's say I've used a prompt to create this amazing guide about the most Instagrammable cafes in Paris.
Okay.
Talks about the ambiance, the coffee, the pastries. I've even thrown in some funny stories about my adventures.
Nice.
Now, how do I use those image prompts?
So each prompt includes a suggestion for creating an image that captures the essence of your guide.
Okay.
So for your Parisian cafe guide, it might suggest something like a charming cafe in Paris with overflowing flower boxes and the Eiffel Tower in the distance.
Oh, that's so cute.
Right.
And then what?
You take that description and plug it into an AI image generator like Midjourney or DALL-E, and boom, you've got a custom-made illustration that's perfect for your guide.
So even if I have zero artistic talent,
Exactly.
it can still make something that looks professional.
It's like having your own personal illustrator.
That would be so helpful for selling guides online. Something that looks good is going to attract more attention.
Definitely. It's all about making your content stand out
Right.
and combining great writing with stunning visuals. That's a recipe for success.
But let's be real. Not everyone's comfortable using AI.
Yeah.
What if someone's a little intimidated by the tech?
That's totally understandable. But honestly, these AI image generators are pretty user-friendly.
Okay.
Most of them have really intuitive interfaces, and there are tons of tutorials and support available.
So you're saying even I could create something that looks halfway decent?
I have no doubt.
Okay, challenge accepted. So we've covered the prompts, the images, the earning potential. Is there anything else about Travel Prompts Empire that our listeners should know? Any hidden gems we haven't talked about yet?
Well, besides selling the guides online, you could also use them for other things. Like you could create personalized itineraries for friends and family who are planning trips.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
Yeah, or you could build a portfolio to showcase your travel writing skills.
Oh, that's smart. I never thought of that.
Yeah. And of course, you can always use the prompts as inspiration for your own adventures.
I can see it now. Me backpacking through Southeast Asia with my trusty AI-generated guide.
The possibilities are endless.
So for anyone who's still on the fence about Travel Prompts Empire,
Yeah.
what would you say is the most compelling reason to check it out?
I think it's a really practical and efficient way to get into the travel market.
Yeah.
And it gives you the power to turn your passion for travel into something real.
And potentially profitable.
Exactly. So for anyone who's ever dreamed of sharing their love of travel with the world,
Travel Prompts Empire could be the way to do it, and we've included a link in the description where you can learn more and buy it if you're interested.
Definitely worth checking out if you're ready for a travel writing adventure.
But before we wrap up, we want to leave you with something to think about. Something inspired by our sources, but not something we've talked about directly. Something that goes beyond the mechanics of creating travel content.
Okay, I'm listening.
Think about the impact your travel guides could have. On the one hand, they could inspire people to explore new places, connect with different cultures, broaden their horizons.
That's a great point.
But on the other hand, there's also the potential for unintended consequences. Like if your guide promotes over-tourism to a sensitive area, or if it reinforces stereotypes about a certain culture.
That's important to consider for sure. We need to be mindful of the impact our content can have.
Exactly. So as you start your travel writing journey, think about the bigger picture. Think about the stories you're telling, the messages you're sending, and the impact your words and images could have.
Yeah, responsible travel writing isn't just about inspiring people to travel. It's about promoting sustainable tourism, respecting local communities, and encouraging cross-cultural understanding.
Well said. It's about using our voices to make the world a better place.
Yeah, and to encourage people to travel in a way that's thoughtful and responsible.
Exactly. And on that note, we're going to wrap up our deep dive into Travel Prompts Empire. Hope this has been helpful for you guys.
Yeah, maybe even spark some ideas for your own travel writing.
If you're interested in learning more about Travel Prompts Empire, or maybe even giving it a shot, we've put a link in the description where you can find all the info. And you can buy it there too if you want.
Yeah, go check it out.
And remember, whether you're using AI or doing it all yourself, the most important thing is to approach travel writing with curiosity, passion, and responsibility.
Absolutely.
Because the world is full of amazing stories just waiting to be told.
And it's up to us to share them in a way that's informative, inspiring, and makes a difference.
So keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those deep dives going.
Until next time.